Hello, and welcome to Tia's Coloring Chronicles. I thought we'd have a coloring chat. I don't have a whole lot of time, but I wanted to touch base with you guys because it's been a while since I've been able to get on here and talk to you guys. It's been a busy week for my family. Not a bad week necessarily, just it's been busy. So I am coloring from Spooktacular Halloween adult coloring book. And I've chosen this witch with her cat and her suitcase flying on her broom. And I think this is what we're going to start coloring today. I have my trusty piece of paper to do swatches on because, well, yes, the swatch book does exist. No, I don't really use it. I prefer this method. Don't ask me why. I just do. So anyway, let's get started. And we'll get to chatting. So, you have to excuse my hands. They are really dried out because I have to wash them all the time. So, if anybody is in the healthcare field who has to wash their hands all the time, like I do, if you could leave a comment below about what your favorite hand lotion is, unscented, that would be great. I've tried silicone glove, and when my hands get to a point where they're cracking and open, then it tends to burn. Right now I'm using this stuff, and it's not bad. It doesn't burn, but I don't feel like, I don't know, I just feel like there's going to be something better out there because it doesn't seem to do a whole lot of good for me, so I don't know. But anyway, if anybody knows anything better, please leave it in the comments. I'm looking. So, let's see. I think we're going to start with the witch's outfit. And I'm thinking maybe blue. So let's see what I got in the alcohol markers that are like blue. I don't want her depressing. She doesn't look like a sad witch or a mean witch to me. So maybe we can try my Spectrum Noirs. Oh, that's way too gray. So I told you guys it's been too blue. A busy week. And so we left. Oh, I think that's kind of bluey green, but I think that'll be great. I think we'll do that one. See how it dries down here in a minute. Yeah, I like that one, that kind of bluey green. We left town on Friday last week and headed to St. Louis for the Renaissance Fair, because that's the kind of people me and my husband are, and we always have fun there. We had a Renaissance themed wedding when we got married, and that was fun. We asked everybody to come in costume if they were comfortable, and a lot of our friends did. Our family not so much because, well, I've always kind of been the oddball sometimes in my family. But that's okay. Every family deserves a good oddball. It was our son's first time, our tiny human's first time going to the Renaissance Fair, and he had a good time. His dad dressed as a dragon, and he dressed as a knight, and we had him on a baby leash, because our tiny human has endless energy, and we didn't want to take a chance of losing him in a big crowd and out of state. So we had him on a baby leash, but we kind of customized it to the costume and used this big plastic chain we got from Walmart in the Halloween section to connect him to my husband, so it looked like the knight had captured the dragon. And everybody got a huge kick out of their costume. And lots of people stopped and took their picture. And my husband and my son just ate up the attention. So that was really cool. One of my friends went with us, and it was her first Renaissance fair as well. And she really enjoyed it as well. Next year, we are looking at going to... We were going to go this year because I'm in school, and we were just kind of low on funds, but the St. Louis Renaissance Fair, which is held in Wentzville, which is about 25 miles outside of St. Louis, does, I don't remember if it's like free tickets Wednesday or free tickets Thursday or something like that, but on their Facebook account, if you're follow them, then you can, they put out certain posts every now and then where you can like and share and comment. You guys know how all that stuff goes, and you can potentially win free tickets. Well, my husband, God bless him, not thinking that he would actually win, was doing these, and lo and behold, we won free tickets. Well, if you win free tickets, you gotta go, right? So we ended up going anyway, and it was a lot of fun. We always try to see 3 Pints Gone. And they always play, I don't remember the name of like the official thing, but there's like a pub there that they play in, and it's all outdoors, so we could like stand on the sidelines and listen to them. We always try to see the belly dancers because they're fun. They're one of my favorite acts. And then we try to see Musical Blades, and they're kind of a comedy singing pirate thing. And we saw what is the name of that act? The Washing Women? Got out of lines a little bit. That's alright. I am not a perfect color by any means. But I'm going to do that brown, so I should cover that up. If not, as I told a friend of mine, I was once told that I don't remember which tribe, and I don't even know if it's true, but I was told by somebody that one of the Native American tribes has a legend that every craft you do has to have one mistake, at least one mistake, or it traps your soul. Like I said, I don't know if it's true. It's just something somebody told me, but every time I make a little mistake, I'm like, well, my soul's safe this time. So, my soul's safe today, guys. I made my mistake. Anyway, we had a lot of fun at the Renaissance Fair. And of course, there's been homework and school and clinicals. I'm currently, I know I've mentioned me being in school before, but I'm currently in school going for my Associate RN degree. I'm currently an LPN, but I've only had that for, let's see, about a year. I guess is when my license came through after I passed my NCLEX. And then I immediately applied for the bridge program, which is what happens when you want to go from licensed practical nurse to registered nurse, and was accepted in, which is funny because I remember them saying when I was in LPN school that it usually takes 3 or 4 times of applying to the bridge program to get in because there was such a wait list. But I got in right away. So, and I only have 7 more weeks left to go. And I am so ready for it to be over. Started my education late in life. I worked as a CNA for years. And then I worked some group homes for both developmentally delayed and the mentally ill. And I really liked working with those populations. I actually liked working with the mentally ill and kind of halfway houses a little more than I liked working with the DD population, but I really did like both populations. So I'm thinking that when I get my RN, I might go ahead and I turn my paper all the way like all the way around and stuff like that when I color. So I'll try to keep it where you guys can have a good view, but it might get turned. But I'm thinking when I graduate that I might want to specialize in psych nursing. But I haven't decided because I really liked my OB rotation too. Had my ER rotation last week and I did not like that rotation at all. I've decided that the ER is definitely not where I want to be. So we'll just leave ER nurses for people with better stomachs than I do. And it's not so much that it's gross. I could probably deal with adults every day, all day. But, man, you get little kids coming in and they're hurt. Just not dealing with that well. But then again, I always knew ER is not exactly where I wanted to go. But both my aunt and my cousin both did nursing in the ER for quite a while. And they seem to really enjoy it. My cousin has moved on to things like traveling nursing. And my aunt is doing, I want to say she's doing the cardiac lab at a local hospital. And my cousin, he makes bank at traveling nursing, but you can. They pay good money, but you never know what you're walking into. I mean, I guess arguments to say whenever you're in nursing, you really never know what you're walking into day to day, but all these little bitty holes in her dress. So if you guys have any suggestions on hand lotion, I'm all hands. Get it? Instead of all ears. Kill me. Ha, ha, ha. So anyway, that's what's been going on. And that's the reason I hadn't posted a video in a while. We were getting ready for our trip. And we were on our trip. It was a lot of fun. We're actually looking next year to go into the Bristol Renaissance Fair, which is in, hold on, I want to say Wisconsin. Yeah, I think it's in Wisconsin. But, again, don't quote me on that. But we like it. We like the Renaissance fairs. We like dressing up. We like the acts. And my husband was called up on stage to win me a flower from the washing woman, and it was funny. So I seen that a lot of the colorists are doing breast cancer awareness because of October, and I think that's a really good idea. And I'm not going to color a picture completely pink for breast cancer. There's actually another cause or another awareness thing that happens in October that's a little more dear to my heart. However, I will let you guys know that if you guys find any lumps in your breasts, this includes men too, because men can get breast cancer. If you have any discharge from your nipples, any dimpling of the skin, any obvious size changes or asymmetry going on, meaning one breast has become noticeably larger than the other, or any pain if you have a history of breast cancer. And I want to say, and don't quote me, but I want to say if you're over 40, you should see your doctor and schedule your, well, all those other symptoms I told you, the discharge, the dimpling of the skin, the asymmetry, the size changes, the pain, the lump, you should definitely make an appointment to see your doctor. There could be something going on there. The other thing I wanted to mention that happens in October. October is also, and this one's a little closer to my heart, and I will tell you why. October is, my husband's going to be walking through the door in like 3 seconds, so excuse any noise you hear. October is Miscarriage and Infant Loss Awareness Month. And that is close to my heart because my husband and I tried very, very hard for a very long time to get our son here, and we did have a few losses. We started trying when we were first married, around 27, to have a kid. And we were finally successful when I was 33. In fact, my son was born on my 33rd birthday. I know that, oh, this is going to be streaky. That's the first time I'm really using these markers, so. Oh no, do you know what I forgot to do? Oh, no I didn't. Never mind, we're good. I know several women that have lost babies, and most people don't talk about it. Unlike cancer and stuff like that, miscarriage and infant loss is still kind of a taboo subject because people feel like if you mention it, you're, just bringing up everything for the parents, or, you're cursing yourself to go through it. I don't know why it's not talked about. Maybe just because, like, the thought of it's too sad or whatever, but I can guarantee you that, talking about it and mentioning it isn't going to make it any harder for those parents. Those thoughts are already there. So 1 in 4 women have lost a baby, which means probably the statistics for men are just as similar. 1 in 4 men's partners have experienced baby loss, and men are just as affected. Well, maybe not hormonally and physically, but emotionally. I know my husband was very affected by the loss of our babies. So when talking about coping and aftercare and stuff like that, emotional aftercare anyway, men really need to be included in that. I also want to mention that Dopplers, home Dopplers, are all well and good. If you want to sit around and listen to your heartbeat, but if you think there's something going on with your baby, if your baby hasn't moved when it normally has, if its patterns of movement have changed, if they've gotten more active, if they have started to slow down, you need to call your doctor and see about getting the baby checked. Because if you're using a home Doppler to check on your baby and you see, you know, you've noticed decreased or increased movement, and you find the heartbeat and everything's fine, that does not mean there's not a problem. So if you find that heartbeat, and I can guarantee you that the doctors would rather you come in and everything be fine than you think it's fine and you don't come in and then something's terribly wrong. You would rather have that happen too, I'm sure. Like, I ended up, when I was pregnant with my son, and part of it was paranoia, because we had lost so many, because, well, we lost 2. But because we had lost babies. That I ended up in the OB ward 5 times for inactivity. And he turned out fine each time, thankfully. But if there's decreased movement or increased movement, then go get him checked out. It's not going to hurt anything. So that's my little spew on that, and we'll move on to happier subjects. Is kind of wanted to break the taboo about stuff like that, because nobody talks about it, and everybody acts like it's a big taboo hush hush subject when really more attention needs to be brought into the care of women who've lost babies and their partners. I think the men need support just as much as the women, because, you know, they were looking forward to having those babies too. And the women need more medical care because of hormones, and, you know, and they still have to birth the baby no matter how tiny that baby really was when they lost it. So they need medical care for that. But anyway, moving on to happier subjects. Oh, I guess I have 7 weeks. 7 weeks left of school, and I am ready. I am ready for it to be over. Right now we are covering mental health. Let's see. What color should I make the shoes? Gray or blue? And I have a little bit of the robe peeking out. And then on her shirt too. So I think I'm going to make that. I think we're going to go gray there. Do a nice, like, yeah, maybe this one. Oh, no, that's too dark. Too dark. Too dark. I wanted a nice... Oh, there we go. I like that one for it. We had pizza for dinner tonight, and it was good. I got half pepperoni and extra cheese, because that's what the tiny human likes. And I got pepperoni, green olives, and then that's usually my standard, is pepperoni and green olives from this particular pizza place in town. But I added mushrooms this time too, because I've really been craving mushrooms lately. So, and it was good. I keep telling my husband when nursing school is over, we're going to go on diets. And I mean it. We are going on diets when nursing school is over. But I don't have the energy to conquer that during nursing school. Nope. Not even a little bit. I have 2 tests on Monday, so I need to spend some time this weekend studying. We're working on mental health right now, so I need to study. We have a pharmacology test, and we have a, I call it theory test, nursing theory. I think we're going to go with this color maybe for the, did I already try this color? Let's see. I decided that was too gray. I guess it settles down into the, no, it settles down to that, doesn't it? Yep. Yeah, we can do that. What color should I make the hair? I don't really want to make it gray. I guess I could make it like brownish. I don't really want her to be like old hag witch, you know what I mean? I'm guessing she's like in her 40s maybe. Ooh! Did you enjoy the ride? Oh, I'm going to pause this for just a minute. I'll be right back. You guys won't even notice I'm gone.